there, my name is Chris and welcome to my YouTube channel where tonight I will be discussing 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days Season 3 Episode 2. I have no idea what it's called, but it should have been called Shopping and Awkward Sex Questions. That is what happened. My name is Chris. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I often recap pop culture and television shows. And if you're returning, God bless, so welcome home. I appreciate it. I just got my hair done. She dyed it. She's letting them bangs grow out. Let's get into this app. So let's start with Avery. Now this episode starts with Avery stretching with her gymnastic friends, honey, her old school friends. And I was so excited because I thought this was going to finally like shed some backstory. Like I was ready for it. Like what did these girls do? Was there like a Dr. Larry Nassar or something? But they're very well trained, I can tell, and they're doing flips, honey. And what changed for all of them? Was her mom like a pushy mom and cheerleader? Like what is it? What is the catch? What happened? What are we not seeing? What's the secret? Why is living in war-torn Syria with some dude you never met in a brand new culture and religion more attractive to you than the life you have? The girlfriends are like, oh honey, she's always been reckless, but this is the most reckless she's ever been. Just kind of reiterating the fact that she does crazy things. I don't know, Avery, I don't know if you're to be trusted. They're like, when will you have sex with him? Is he okay with what you've sexually done in the past? You whore. Remember when you totally gave that guy a handy and homeroom? She's like, I'm not that girl anymore. What happened that made her like 180? She's like, I used to be a party girl, you know, I have had sex, but I wish I had saved it for someone special, which I do get. I mean, I am happy with everything that went down in my life because, you know, no regrets, but you know, I understand that concept, sure. Omar knows that she's not a virgin and he is a virgin and he's not happy about it, but he's okay with it, I guess, because it was her pre-Muslim life. So then we see Avery back at her home and she's packing and she's like wearing like the most beautiful like sand colored like dream. Her mom's like, come in here. She's like, I miss you in booty shorts. Also, will you wear my old wedding dress? I want it to now be a family tradition. I'm just gonna make it now be one. Starting now, today, because I know you wanna be like Muslim and I don't want you to do it. So now you have to wear this wedding dress, which is strapless. Also dated from a different date and time than the one we are currently in. It screams early aughts. You know what I'm saying? It's just the most Lisa Kudrow-esque, so specific to a time and place that we have passed. I don't know why this mom thinks her dress is timeless and classic in a way that's like an heirloom. Not at all. Even if she could wear it, even if she wasn't Muslim, even if everything, she still shouldn't wear that dress. Also, like, what the hell are you talking about? You have 6 kids, like at least 3 of them are girls. You're gonna make every girl wear that dress? Come on, that's fake. Her mom looks like her babysitter, you know? She's like 34 or something. I mean, I have no idea. And her like brother Ethan is like so sassy. I mean, get that kid in commercials. He's just like, ugh, he's like the quintessential little brother. He's like, you are so dumb. I don't even get you. You're just like so dumb. Like, I'm gonna tell mom that you eat fried chicken, you know, whatever. I love him so much. I do like that kid. She just wants to leave. She just wants to get the hell out. And it's still like, I haven't told my mom, but I'm gonna get there and not come home. If you thought that she would like spend some extra time saying bye to grandma or her like siblings in a heartfelt way, since she knows she's not going to see him for a minute, she doesn't care. She wants to get the F out. She gets in that car, honey, and she's like on her way to the airport, and her mom is like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then Avery forgets her phone, doesn't know where her phone is. And then it's like the grandma who's already dropped him off has to like come back. The mom's like, it's a sign. The grandma comes back in the car and Avery's like, great, where's the phone? And the grandma's like, oh, I don't know. The grandma didn't even like bother to like pull over and look for the phone. Like she just came back. The car doesn't have the phone in it. You need a tile on that phone. Where's the Find My Phone option? Why don't you just log into your mom's Find My Phone? So they're just gonna go without a phone, which actually is fine because she can just get a phone there. She's gonna live there now. There's iPhones in Lebanon, honey. There's iPhones all over the Middle East. You know, Arabs love flashy things. Let's go to Caesar, shall we? And we shall. So Caesar has been doing some research and finds out that like everything Maria said about the fact that like she couldn't go out and like the planes or whatever like wouldn't be taking off and there was like martial law, she couldn't like leave. That was all BS. What? I can't even believe he did research though. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even believe that he put 2 and 2 together to like Google that. But you know, he did. God bless Caesar. I mean, you know, surprising us left and right. He calls her and he's like, so I did some research. Is everything is business as usual? She's like, okay. And he's like, okay, what? You'll come to Mexico? And she's like, I'll see. You'll see? Are you excited to see me? Yeah. And he hangs up relieved. So relieved. Elated. He is over the moon. So then he takes a friend, Jeremy, ring shopping. And his budge, 2,000 pennies. Right? No. 200,000 pennies.
How many pennies are in... Oh no, what a horrible thing I have to look up now. How many pennies are in $200?
20,000. His budget for this ring is 20,000 pennies. This salesperson is like the quintessential 90s salesperson in any kind of movie where she has to like further along dialogue or further along exposition. She asks all the right questions in a very animated way. She deserves $200 flat. You know what I'm saying? Like not even the commission of 20,000 pennies. She asks to see a pic. Then Jeremy asks the tough questions. Do you think this hot, pretty blonde is talking to other guys? And Caesar's like, no. And Susan, honey, starts to do the Lord's work at these takes. Because there is just a camera right on her where she is like looking at Jeremy and she's looking at Caesar. And Jeremy asks that question and Caesar says no. And she's like, you are so positive. I like that. We'll talk about that return policy because of course we're going to see you again soon. She's absolutely not who she says it is. So $200, $5,000 doesn't make a difference what ring we leave you on because we'll be bringing it back. So this is just moot points. And then she like tells some like dude about what's happening behind the desk. And then as Caesar walks out with Jeremy, the dude's just like, wow. That dude's dumb. Meanwhile, he like Fred Flintstone's his way out of the parking lot in his like stupid car. I have no idea. That's not even a joke. I'm just, who's that dude? You're dumb too. Okay, let's go to Rebecca. Now Rebecca is going lingerie shopping with her daughter Tiffany. And it's really a hard scene. I hate this scene because really it's just Tiffany asking completely logical questions and then watching her mother, Rebecca, who's a 47-year-old grandmother, who I'm just saying is a person that has lived, is like acting like a giddy schoolgirl. Tiffany's like, isn't it ironic that you're going to a Muslim country and lingerie shopping? Rebecca's like, yeah, sure. And Tiffany's like, has Zayed seen your body? I mean, he's never seen your face. I'm just wondering if he's ever seen your body. And she's like, yeah, he's seen every inch of it. I'm like, what? What did you just bend over on camera? She's like, Mom, are you gonna have sex the first night? And she's like, yeah, yes. Like 5 minutes, I'm gonna like jump on him. I'm gonna jump on his goddamn face. Yes. Wait, you've never met and you're just gonna have sex right away. And Rebecca, her mother, is like, don't even worry about it because we've already like pretty much fucked on camera. You know the canal that I birthed you out of? He can paint it. The daughter's just like, well, what happens if the dad finds out? She's like, that scares me to death. The thought of the dad thinking ill of me. And the daughter's like, oh, great. Well, so what are you going to do? And she's like, well, I'm going to still sleep with him. I wish this, I wish that, world peace, whatever, but like still gonna fuck him. So this bra specialist who's there is a very, very intensely sugared, caffeinated Kathy Lee Gifford. A caffeinated Kathy Lee. Kathy Lee was already like at a 10. This woman is like at a 12. But bargain basement Kathy Lee. Rebecca comes out in like her lingerie that she's picked out for this trip. She's wearing like nude nylons, then like a bustier, some sort of bra situation, and then like a robe that's tied tightly on top, and then she feels bad about her body, and then she goes in the dressing room and she cries. And daughter's like, are you okay? And she's like, just need a minute. She can't survive another heartbreak, honey. Next scene, she's driving to the airport. So she calls Saeed to like, you know, touch base. Doesn't answer. It's weird. So she texts him, doesn't answer. Minutes go by, minutes, 30 minutes, hour. She gets to the airport, honey, nothing. On the plane, absolutely nothing. She's like, I'm about to come to you. Why aren't you answering me? Gets in that plane, honey. Pops an Ambien. I have no idea, but hopefully, you know, closes an eye. But she can't sleep. I feel bad for Rebecca because she's in the middle of this plane, honey. They make it seem like she comes out of the airport. She's like, where is he? Where is he? Where is Saeed? Where is Saeed? But she's just like coming off the plane, like no one can be there. Like she's like getting her luggage. She's like, where is he? Oh my God, is he gonna leave me? It's like, he can't even, you still haven't walked out yet. I mean, you know, he can't be there. He's not gonna pop out of like someone else's luggage like, here I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your luggage. She gets her luggage. She walks out to where he's supposed to be. And guess what? He's there. And I wish he wasn't. Because what he is in real life, not the same. She was so afraid, right? She was so upset, so afraid that like her Snapchatted situations and he wouldn't like her because she's whatever, older or bigger than whatever he thought, honey. And he's gross. He's greasy, gross. Wall pointed out that he had flat ironed his hair. Stick straight grease. He's chubby, that's fine. He has a very big butt, that's fine. He has skinny jeans, that's where I'm upset about it. He is blech. Gross. But let's talk about him. He has the same face as his dad. He loves smoking hookah or shisha with his friends. And I like smoking that too, but like, does he have a job? Who knows? They never talk about what he does. They're not going to. Like, he lives with his parents. Is that what's just gonna happen? Like, why isn't he trying to like make something happen besides selfie modeling? All of his selfies, just like, this is a very old reference, but in Tom Petty's Last Dance of Mary Jane, in the very end, Kim Basinger has been dead the whole time, and then she's in the water. Okay, he like lays her in the water. She looks so gorgeous. It's like Kim Basinger at her. Oh my God, I loved Kim Basinger so much. Oh my God. Anyway, she comes awake in this water, and the way she does reminds me of this look all the time. She's just, because she's like, was dead, right? So she's like, it was always so scary as a kid. I was like, ah, she's alive. She's so pretty. She's alive, like an angel, you know, like coming out of the water, like an dead Aphrodite, you know, whatever. So, but anyway, they're both wearing leather jackets when we see each other, so that's a sign. He's wearing a shirt of her face in Snapchat filters. She's like, it's a little embarrassing. Ha 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 ha. Just a little. He's like, she is so much beautiful. Not like the beautiful that I thought she'd be, but so much beautiful. Not exactly like the beautiful that she told me she was, that she sent me pictures of. Not like that beauty. A different kind. He had told her to not worry about anything when she gets there, but guess what? She gotta get a car for 3 weeks. $30 a day, probably. I mean, that's what it is. So, 21. Shit, I hate math. It's a lot. Oh no. Honey, this is like the day of me using calculators. Okay, so $30 a day times 7 equals that, times 3 equals $630. And that's without taxes. And that's just me guessing $30 a day. That's a lot of money for someone who wasn't expecting it. Also, another thing, like, why aren't you doing anything for her? Why wouldn't you get a car for her if she's spending all this money to get here? You have nothing. And also, Rebecca, like, it's a red flag. What's worse than a red flag? It's an on fire flag. It's a burning bush flag. Let's move on to Darcy. Darcy has a Sex in the City night with her sister Stacy and some girl named Raina, okay, at a place called Soup in New York City, which actually looks really beautiful, like a place I'd be into. Raina says she looks different. And she can tell that Darcy's glowing. Sounds like a fun starting of a night. Darcy's gonna get like to start to feel really good about herself. Like maybe that's exactly what she needs. Like a girls' night out, girls just pumping girls up, making them feel good. Darcy's just happy to have a drink without someone calling her an alcoholic. Then they cheers and talk more about Jesse. But then Darcy talks about wanting a proposal when she gets there. They're like, don't talk about a proposal yet. That's what you did last time. But we find out why she's so obsessed with the proposal, and it's because Stacy got one, her first trip with her dude that she's been with. It's classic sibling rivalry. It is competition. Because it happened to her sister, she deserves it. She better fucking get it. happened to Stacy not gonna happen to her? When she's better than Stacy. I mean, she's at least the same as Stacy. She's better than Stacy in Darcy's mind. She's like, I'm not like getting serious. I'm just having fun. I'm madly in love with him. They're like, yeah, we don't need to marry him. The way that Raina says it is like, I'm scared. She said the same thing about Jesse. It's like Lizzie if Lizzie like took a downer. Muscle relax like a horse tranquilizer. Then they decide, great idea, to video chat Tom. Tom answers, smoking with like no light on his face. He looks like he's in the witness protection program. He just came back from Gran Canaria, which I'd never heard of, but some goddamn island, where he has a cousin who has a yacht. And then he's like, yeah, Darcy, maybe you can come out sometime. And Darcy's like, oh, that is my man. That's the style I like. My man, Gran Canaria. Then, not staged, Raina's like, he's so much better than your ex. Yeah, you're so much hotter. I do you, Tom. And then she's like, are you gonna have sex the first night? And then Tom's like, would you? And she's like, with you? Yup. And then Tom asks for her to show him her cleavage. And she does. She gets up and she like booby shakes her boobies in his goddamn face. And Darcy is swallowing them boobies. And as much water as what surrounds Gran Canaria. So then we see the scene where she asks Stacy to come help her pack, and it's revealed that she was upset with Tom and that she might have said something snappy, and Tom got very upset at her and was like, I can talk to whoever I want and I want to be able to say whatever I want. You're not going to tell me what to say to whoever I want. She's like, okay, just kidding, Tom, you know, and then apologizes to him for that after he asked to see her friend's boobs. And asked her if she would sleep with him. Also, Darcy, do you ever like put your friend in her place? Big question. Then they talk more about Jesse. And then we see Darcy and her luggage, which is one of our favorite things to see. She has 2 fake hard shell Louis wannabes, 1 real Louis, soft shell, 1 YSL bag. Stacy and Darcy put that luggage in that car, honey, and they do twin power activate and they get that luggage in that car. And that was great. And then Darcy gets in that plane and to her phone, she says, can't wait to see you, Tom. Next up is Tom and Jennifer. So Tom is hanging out at Veronica's for his going away party. Jennifer is upset because Jennifer's not there and she doesn't like this whole Veronica thing. So she asks to, you know, make sure that he sends her pictures throughout the night. So the one picture he sends her is a picture of Veronica sitting on his lap. Now Veronica has an agenda. Veronica's wearing a crazy looking bra titty top at this going away party for her best friend. In front of her child, she's wearing a black bra and a see-through top. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I wore the exact same outfit when I was 16 at an underage club called Kokomo's in Irvine. Okay? I know this outfit well. And I had an agenda that night, which was to be as sexy and mature as possible. And I probably looked like a whore with braces on. And at that time, in that moment, I still was more appropriately attired than this woman in this time and moment. Where she like sits on his lap, is like, take this picture, sends it to Jennifer, and Jennifer is upset, you know, and thusly, fakely, is what is happening. But not before like all of his friends start talking shit about Jennifer. And he's like, that's gonna be my wife. Here's the thing. This is how you know he's a beta male, because no one would have the audacity to talk about someone that your friend enjoyed and liked if you respected that person, because then you would respect the person he chose. It's very telling that they're just calling Jennifer names and he is just like, come on guys, I'm gonna marry her. So yeah, Jennifer writes back whatever to the picture. They all talk about her response, which is like, that's the nicest thing I would get if I like saw that picture. I'd be like, don't come, you know? Don't come. Then Veronica pulls another fucking power move. She gets the ring that he proposed to her with and gives it back to him and is like, use this ring. It's going to signify that I'm okay with this, that I'm letting you go. So use this ring. And that dumbass is going to. Just like she was like, send her this picture. And that didn't turn out well, right? He's dumb. I thought he was smart because he knew how to buy like the hot one things, but he's dumb. I went and saved the best for last. Angela. Little rehash. Angela met Michael on Facebook. Michael found a picture of Angela with one of her grandkids and he liked it. And then Angela was like, hi. And they started talking. That's how it started. Now Angela has a short bob. Of course, there's no Scotty in this world. Now there's Dottie. Angela's been just raising them grandkids, you know. But she wants to come back to Nigeria. So her and Dottie are in a car, honey, and this feels like the opening of a road trip comedy sequel. Like, well, we gotta get on them roads again. She wants to get back to Nigeria to confront Michael about his showboating on Instagram. Okay, whatever it takes. One thing Angela hasn't gotten over is her love of like ripped cotton beach time Jersey Shore-esque looking shirts. Sometimes they have sayings on them. Sometimes there's like ripped and little knots, you know. Often a big bright color. Sometimes slightly off the shoulder. She goes to a wedding site that she's going to tour for her big day. And we meet Doug. Thank you. Doug has ramen hair. His hair looks like ramen noodles, with the flavoring packet added. She's been eyeballing wedding venues, but she does not know her date. They're like, oh, well, good, we don't even need a date. We can just like do it whenever. I'm like, what kind of venue is this? But Angela does know what she wants. She wants an American wedding ceremony and a Nigerian reception. She's like, can you do that? And they're like, yeah. I mean, we can roast a goat, so check. What does anyone here know of what? What does Nigerian reception mean to you? Doug is really a customer service star though. I mean, he is doing whatever he can to secure this sale. He's like, yeah, well, you know, we can decorate, pick your Santa and I'll help you accommodate it. Which I'm sure is like gonna be the last words I hear before I die. Angela wants TVs around the facilities so that it'll be constantly playing the loop from the first season of their love story. Okay, that's expensive. She also wants fireworks. Okay, and it's a beautiful like area they're in. So then she's like, tell me the price, and you're like, 10,000 at least. But he's like 6 to 8, and Angela acts as if he said 1 billion. She's like, oh, Suma. You want to just show up like 3 days before, tell them, put them TVs everywhere, fireworks, have these people decide what a Nigerian reception is going to be like. And you think you're just going to pay what, like a cool $1,200? Angela then has lunch with her daughter, not Scotty, Skylar. Now, Skylar and her are someone that have always clashed because they're so much alike. I would be so pissed if I was Skylar and I heard that. She does not trust Michael. Skylar thinks that Michael is using her mom as an opportunity. Angela wants to ask Skylar a question, a very important question. Skylar knows something up. She's like, what? What, Mom? What do you want to talk about? What, are you pregnant? And Angela's like, no, not yet, but good that you brought that up. Michael wants a baby, and as you can tell, I'm not an elder, I would say, but older. And she's like, don't you ask me for a goddamn egg. I'm not what? I can tote it. I just need that egg. But if you wanted to tote it, that'd be great. Oh my God, I did it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. I can't wait for next week. If you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, my name is Chris L. Farah. The L is for love, which is how I feel towards you. And I'm going to a wedding this weekend. So anyways, take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. Bye.